Yes, guys, and welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV for yet another pre-match pump-up as Tottenham travel to Turf Moor to keep up that winning run. And let's see if there is a shift in mentality from what there was before the City game with the Wolves and the Southampton disaster. Well, we went and got the result at the Etihad against all odds. Let's see if we can back it up today and really take charge of our top four hopes. But guys, before we get into it, everybody, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button if you are new. The big push for 1 million subscribers is on. And guys, feel free to stop me motoring on at any time with a super chat. I'll get straight to it. I'll bring it up. And if we have a guest, we'll also get them to answer it too. It's a great way to support the channel. But look, and I'll be doing the pre-match pump-up. Then you'll be doing the watch-along with Ben and Sim today. You're being real spoilt in the studio today. I believe Daigle is actually there too as well. So you have the three goats, and then they'll be bringing you through the watch-along and all the way to the post-match fan show where, again, fans can come on and have their say about the game. So you don't, and the game isn't on UK or in Ireland today whatsoever. So, why not tune into the watch-along with the boys and share your thoughts? And anyway, you should be doing it anyway, turning off the commentary from the likes of Fraud Sports and all them broadcasters and having the boys on as your commentary. There's no better duo for it than Sim and Ben anyway. And guys, this show's all about you too. So make sure you get up. The link is up in the community section. Make sure you click on the link, come on and have your say about today's game. I would expect some changes. Conte did make some very, very interesting quotes in his post-match press conference about our midfield, especially I noted. So it'll be very, very interesting. And what he did say is, I also have the possibility, if all the players are available, to make some rotation, to give a bit of rest, which the players need, especially the midfielders. For example, the midfielders against Man City, Pierre and Rodrigo, they put in a fantastic performance. They ran a lot, and the effort was top. We have to see if they recover very well. Otherwise, I will have to make rotation because we have many games in a row in a few days, and we will have to try in every moment to find the best solution. As I mentioned, the best solution. So, guys, will we see Rodrigo and Højbjerg in the midfield today? I'm not too sure. Me, personally, I'm genuinely expecting Harry Winks to come in. Another one, Emerson, he came off injured. He was limping against Man City. Do we see Doherty come in today? And to be honest with you, my thinking is that it probably is the right game for these guys to come on rather than the Leeds game, because Burnley, we know what they'll do. They'll sit back. They'll sit in deep, make sure everything is very congested. So the likes of a Doherty and a Winks, because they're not going to be pressed as much, it might actually suit their games. And it could be the right time to maybe make a couple of changes today rather than against Leeds, where I know they'll be off the back of United and then Liverpool as well tonight. But, they're relentless. They will press the living crap out of us. So maybe today is probably the right day to make some changes to the starting lineup. But everybody out there, let me know what you think. Will we see some changes? Guys, of course, we are away at Turf Moor against the Ginger Homer Simpson. Kickoff is at 7:30 this evening, so in just over an hour's time. Referee is Graham Scott, and in the VAR room it is Stuart Atwell. So if anything goes wrong, we know exactly who to get on and blame. Just a few stats for everybody. Each of our past 3 league wins have actually come courtesy of 90-minute winners. That's Watford, that's Leicester, and then that's Man City the other day, which is absolutely incredible when you think about it. And Conte time could be very, very crucial, which I have named it, by the way. It used to be called Fergie time, but I think I'm going to call it Conte time now. And it's very, very crucial because what the value that it does bring, the value that Conte time brings is if you score an injury time, it brings that all-around good feeling factor in the dressing room. The dressing room will be pumped up. They will be electric. But they also know if this keeps happening, that going into every game, that they know keep playing until 90-odd minutes. That chance will come, we'll take it. But not only that, the fans are going home in absolutely euphoria. The fans from the game and the fans worldwide watching in absolute euphoria. It brings that good feeling factor all around, but also with the opponents. It's in their head that there is always that risk in Tottenham getting something from the game. And that when that injury time board does go up with the injury time, it's kind of like their heads will go down as soon as they see it. Our heads will go up. You know what I mean? Knowing that there's that one more chance. If we're in the game and there's that one more chance, it's going to fall to us. So there's a lot of value in this content time, and hopefully long may it continue, guys, because it's definitely going to be crucial, especially in the running for top four. But if we want to go far on the content next year, it's definitely going to be crucial that we're never out of the game, so that we don't have that mindset where we've given up and stuff like that. Spurs are on a run of 6 away games out of 7 in all competitions now over the next while, so we do have a tough period to get through. We have, though, lost just one of our last 20 league matches against sides starting in the day in the relegation zone. So hopefully, we can. That's a good start for us, and that we can get the 3 points, that we do beat these teams down in the relegation spots. In 9 games where Dyer has started in the Premier League as the central defender in a back three, Spurs are unbeaten, winning 6 and drawing 3, and have just conceded 6 goals in them 9 games, keeping 5 clean sheets as well, which is absolutely insane. It really does show what Eric Dyer brings to this team. And believe me, I never thought I would see this. I was his biggest critic, and rightly so, in my opinion, at the time. But you also got to be big enough to praise him where praise is due. And what this guy has done, I know we conceded another 2 goals against City, which is actually a third away game in a row where we've conceded 2 goals. But City's a different animal. But what he did do, he brought in, and from what we've seen in the images circulating from the Southampton game compared to the City game, is that we did keep that straight line, and that's what Eric Dyer brings. He brings that vocals, that leadership back there, keeps everybody in line, constantly talking. So he'll be absolutely crucial today to keep everybody focused so we do not switch off. But it's time to talk about the main man, Big H, Harry Kane, number 10, best striker in world football. He has scored in all but one of 14 games versus the Clarets. So Harry Kane loves a goal against Burnley. Maybe the only game that he didn't, no, that was a cup game, actually. I was going to say the one where Lucas Moore scored. Actually, it was the one in 2015, I believe, maybe. But unbelievable what Harry Kane, some of the records he has coming up against these teams. And if I was a betting man, I'd definitely be putting the money on him. Now, look, there is a danger playing Harry Kane today, though, because he is carrying a bit of a knock from his back from Man City. But like Conte said, even if the guy has one leg, he will play. He is so crucial to what we do. So it'd be my feeling is that we will actually attack this game very, very early on, maybe for the whole first half. Really go at it, try and put them to the sword, find them killer goals, and then hopefully then in the second half, then you can maybe make some changes. You can bring off a Harry Kane, get him some rest before the Leeds game at 12:30 on Saturday. So it'll be very, very interesting to see if we can bring that fast start, because we did bring it against City. We were 1-0 up after 4 minutes. Now I know it's 2 total different ways of playing. Of course, we had the space to play into against City. Against Burnley, that won't be there. But we just need to bring that same momentum that we do need to get off the mark very, very quickly. But look, Burnley's not going to be an easy team. I think they've only conceded 10 goals all season at home. They're off the back of a very buoyant 3-0 win down at Brighton as well. Now, look, their home form isn't the best. I think they've won like one of their last 20 matches at home, or something ridiculous like that. Burnley have. It's not great. And then, of course, before that Brighton win, they were on a 12-match streak without a win. They are draw specialists, though. That's what I will say. They do keep it tight. A lot of their games, and they've had United there, Liverpool there already. A lot of the games, they do fall under the 2.5 goal ratio. Any betting man that goes to the bookies knows 3 goals or more, your bet comes in. But so they're not notoriously high-scoring games. But saying that, we bet them 1-0 under Nuno when we weren't creating chances. We weren't even getting shots on target. We weren't playing well, and we were under the stewardship of a worse manager than Nuno. Now we've got Conte, and now we've seen against City that when your strongest 11 is out there, that we can ball. So hopefully we can go out there and to do that today, and hopefully win by a bigger margin. I want Big H to bring that big dick energy. That I am the cock of the walk. I want him to go out there almost arrogant in a way, put on a show for all of us for however long he's out there. But of course, the main thing about today is the Son and Kane partnership. 36 goals drawn with Lampard, or 36 times that they've assisted each other for a goal. And they are tied with Lampard and Drogba, who are also on 36. Can we break that record today? I mean, I hope so. And I want to find out why people, is it the most lethal in the Premiership? Because if we do break the record, it's there. We probably are. But I also want to find out of people what makes it so special. So let's start getting on some of the guests. Who have we got? We've got KVP in the back end. No, he's gone. KVP is gone again. So it's just me. Everybody, the link is up in the community section. I know some of you are coming home from work, whatever, but just get on and have your say. Another player to maybe touch on today is Hugo Lloris. 3 bad mistakes in the last 2 games. What I will note is that they have been early in the game, in the first half, not the second half. Hopefully he won't have too much to do so that we don't have that in the first half of this game. But he's the captain. He needs to go out there today setting the example. If there is anything that comes in his box, make up for that the last couple of weeks where he has made mistakes, and against City for the players that did bail him out. Look, Weghorst, the Dutch 6'5" German Dutch sausage. This guy, an interesting stat for you. His last 83 league goals, and that's including from Germany and that, have actually all come inside the box. And since he's arrived, I think he has, what is it? I'll find it for you now. He has more shots since making his debut. So he has the most shots, 9. He's created the most chances, 5. And he has the joint most touches in the opposition box of 13 as well. So the guy has really made a massive difference. And I think the biggest difference is that he's doing a lot of his work in the box, and he is a handful. Now, our centre-backs are not the biggest. You look at Davies, maybe 6 foot, Dyer, 6'1", 6'2", Romero, 6 foot, probably being generous. So, I mean, we don't exactly have the biggest defense to be able to cope from him. So we are going to have to learn, try and double up on him when the balls are coming into the box. Because you're going to have Dwight McNeil one side, who's a very good player, by the way. And you have Maxwell Cornet, and I know he's off the boil a bit lately, but they'll just put balls into the box all day long. As soon as Burnley get any chance, they're going to hoof it long to this guy. And this guy can hold up a football. He gets Burnley up the pitch. He gets them in goal-scoring positions. So we're going to have to tag team him, especially when the ball is in the air. So it'll be very interesting to see how we do handle him. But another big call in the Tottenham side is, does Lucas Moura come back in today? Or does Kulusevski start? Me, personally, I actually think Kulusevski deserves to get the nod again. But the guy put in an unbelievable shift against Man City. He made 408 intensive runs, 21 sprints. The most out of any Spurs player versus Man City. So, does he have the legs to be able to put in another huge shift tonight? He also got 1 goal, 1 assist. But then you have to look at Lucas Moura's stats. He's regained possession 16 times inside the final third this season for Tottenham. Again, more than any other player. Is he the right man to get in today to run about in that final third and take the ball off Burnley? It's a very, very tough call. He hasn't been on form. But look, we'll wait and see. And with Bentancur and Højbjerg, the reason why I do believe one of them will be rested, I mean, Bentancur ran the most out of any Tottenham player on the pitch against Man City. He ran over 13.74 kilometers, and then Højbjerg 12.4 kilometers as well, which is a massive distance to be covered. And they were both up there with intensive runs. Bentancur at 351, Højbjerg with 320. So, it is asking a lot for another huge shift out of these guys today. And that's why I do expect to see some changes. But look, the starting lineups are out in 10 minutes' time. So we will get them as soon as they are out. But let's get on the first guest. Who are we bringing on, KVP or Big Mike? Let me see. Who have we got? Not bringing on any of them yet. Oh, we are now. We are bringing on Big Mikey. My man, where are you from?
Come on, you Spurs, from London, my brother.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely. What's your thoughts ahead of today's game? Are you pumped up? Are you excited?
Listen, always pumped up. First, I'm just going to say big up to yourself, Dave. The Harris Army, Statman Jack, all the people that you've done on your side. Yeah, I don't think I don't know about you. Yeah, so big yourself up. Big up, obviously, We Are Tottenham TV as well. You know, big up everything on the show. So yeah, I'm pumped up. I'm going to reflect from where I left off on the Man City game. Like, we need to go and destroy Burnley. There's no other option. Like, if I don't see the desire and the passion to win this game, then that's on us if we don't get the 3 points. You know, it's as simple as that. So I think it's going to be tough. But I'm still going to go mad. I'm going to just do a prediction right now. I'm going to say 3-0 to the boys. Let's do it. 3-0 to the boys. Yeah, I think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think today is about being stern at the back. Don't give Burnley nothing. Give them not a sniff at a goal, and let's go and dominate the game. I think if we score in the first half, hopefully we're going to get another 2 or 3.
Do you know what? I really do hope so. I mean, I love that score prediction, my man. It's so positive. Look, Burnley are a team. I mean, they are hard to break down, but we do have some world-class players in 4 positions. So if we can feed them the right ball, they definitely will win. But what I do want to touch on is, if we do follow up that huge win against City with another very good win tonight, does that then put an end to the speculation about our mentality when the pressure is on us?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned this on the last call after the Man City game. Obviously, the Spursy mentality is something that I've experienced all my life as a Spurs fan. You know, it's crazy. So I don't think it fully puts it to bed, but I think it's a big statement in the right direction. You know, if we don't get 3 points today, then everyone's saying, you know, Spurs. Everyone is literally that I spoke to. You know, obviously we're unpredictable, so they can't say we're going to win, draw, or lose. Yeah. But they wouldn't be surprised if we draw or lose, and that's the problem. We need to stop that. That needs to be the surprise. That needs to be a shock result if we don't pick up 3 points at Turf Moor. That's how it has to be.
And Mike, does that mentality, is that on the fans to change their mentality, or does that mentality come from the pitch and then feed into the fans, and it's up to the players on the pitch to change that mentality?
I mean, that's spot on. I think obviously the mentality filters from the performances on the pitch and how confident we can get behind them. Obviously from top level, from the board. Look, we've had 20 years of dross with the board. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've witnessed every single year of it. I'm not going to let one Caribou Cup taint what I've seen from the board. But they got Conte in. I didn't expect it. You know, bloody what's his name? Brian Daigle got a tattoo because of it. You know, this is the simple facts of life. Nobody saw it coming. And I'm in absolute shock. So I'm giving the board a final chance. This is the last straw for me. And we just got to back Conte. We have to be positive. Even if we lose today, I still want the fan base to be positive. I think it's important that Conte knows that we support him. We support his vision. And, you know, we don't need to be, you know, I'm not at the games much. I really want to try to get there. I'm trying to change that. But we need to try not be booing. I know it's hard. It's difficult because you've seen so much poor performances in our time. But right now, we just get behind the team. We get behind Conte's vision because he's showing in the Man City, the Liverpool games and other games that his style, it will work. Once everybody buys into it, once he gets the players that believe in him and buy into it, we're going to be winning, 60, 70% of our games. That's what I believe.
No, 100%. Look, top 4. Look, we definitely have a massive chance, especially after picking up 3 unexpected points against City. Just quickly, what I will say is you don't even get a chance to boo, because after the Wolves game, I was there for the Wolves game, and after the Wolves game, as soon as the final whistle went, fans were starting to boo. All of a sudden, this really loud music comes on, so you couldn't hear it. It drowned it all out, my man, which is absolutely hilarious. You don't even get the chance to voice your frustrations whatsoever, because it is just drowned out by the music. But look, our captain Hugo Lloris, Mike, he hasn't been on the best of form of late. Why do you think that is, and how much of a big performance do we need out of him today? Especially maybe Burnley from set pieces where they could be aiming for the likes of Weghorst. They have a lot bigger players in the team than us. How important is it going to be that we can rely on him today?
I think he needs to look at himself. Obviously, he's a big man. You know, he needs to look at himself. I'm sure, you know, he knows that he's made these mistakes. Nobody's going to be more critical of themselves than the players usually. Yeah, they're going to look at their own performances and make sure. All I can say to be positive about it is on the second half, for me, he did step up. He obviously made a great save from Gundogan. He did command the area a bit well, you know, claim some balls and that. So we're going to need to see a lot of that today. Just be confident, Lloris. That's all I can really say. I think as long as we got that front three, the back three in front of him of Davies, Romero and Dyer, then he should be feeling confident that, you know, we can play it out from the back and, you know, there's some good defenders in front of him. So, look, this would be the game to turn it around. I would just say on the team performance, we shouldn't be giving Burnley what should they get? 1 or 2 chances a half max.
Yeah.
We shouldn't really be giving them anything as much as possible. So we deal with that, we contain that, and we just got to try and break them down. It's always been the issue. I'm going to echo your point from before. We need to make sure Kulu starts for me today. I think him and Bentancur are going to be the ones that sort of unlock the door for us. So that would be important going forward.
No, 100% it is. Look, we've struggled against teams that sit back, keep it tight against us, and we've struggled to break them down. But look, I think me personally, my hopes today on breaking them down, especially with the way they're going to sit in deep, is like a Bentancur, someone that can find maybe a Son running in behind the back line, or Kulu or Lucas, whoever it may be, running back behind the back line. Someone that if Kane makes a run, it could be dropped in behind so you can get a strike off, because they are going to be very compact. So you do need that ball playing midfielder from the deeper position to be able to make them passes. A bit like what a Luka Modric and maybe a Christian Eriksen used to do for Tottenham. So 100% there, my man. We have a super chat from DG. He says, betting says our break-even shots is 20 with last game shots on target. If we can keep it up, I'll say it. We could have a lot of goals today. Interesting, and Mike, like DG saying, it kind of goes against all of what the bookies are saying. Like, a lot of the Burnley games this season have finished with under 2.5 goals, but yet yourself and DG are predicting goals today. Why is that?
It's obviously the reactionary effect of the game against Man City.
Yeah.
I guess if I put my level head on, it's going to be a tight game. It wouldn't surprise me if it came out 1-1. I know the last time we went there, I think it was a draw, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember now. But, generally speaking, in the last 10 years, we get positive results against Burnley. So, if you want to really bring history into it, we should be beating this side. I'm pretty confident if we score 2 goals today, we've won the game. That's what I would say.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that, guys. We are 3 minutes out from lineups, so what I will do is I was going to ask about maybe Winks coming in, and maybe we should actually, because the lineups will be out in 3 minutes.
Go on.
With Conte's words that I read out, Mike, do you expect that maybe there could be a change in midfield today, and that Harry Winks does come in? And if he does come in, what does he need to do or provide to or add to this midfield that doesn't lead to such a drop off in quality, or doesn't lead to it being costly like it did against Wolves and Southampton?
I think if Winks, I think he can do a job. It's a hard one. Honestly, it's such a hard question. I don't know what Winks will turn up, but if he does get the nod, I've seen him put in performances under Conte that have been, more than decent, more than respectable. So it's on him. If he fails, then his spot is, gone to Bentancur 100%. It's on him to put that pressure on Conte, give Conte a headache, make him have a hard choice to make between you and Bentancur. That's what it's about. It's about having that competition. So I think Winks is buying into the project, if you want my honest opinion. I think he'll come. If he does come in, it's 200% from him.
Do you know what? My problem was never with Winks not buying into anything that any manager is doing. I think I call him like, the good boy in the class, the first hand up. When there's a question dished out, I do think he's that sort of mentality. And look, I respect that. My gripe with him over the years has been the quality. It's too much of a drop off in midfield, but he is getting better under Conte. So look, long may that continue. Hopefully he can still keep improving, and hopefully we can see that game out of him today. What I actually think we probably miss most, Mike, is probably the physicality, and the presence, the sheer presence that Bentancur and Højbjerg brought against Man City. I just feel that if Winks comes in, we probably lose that. But on the flip side, are we going to have that much pressure in midfield from a Burnley team? They're not really notorious for pressing. So, is it the right game to play Winks in, especially because, some people say he's a better passer going forward than Højbjerg. Can he also help to finding them balls that we might need to be able to break Burnley down? It's a very, very interesting call, and we are 1 minute out from the lineups, so we will see exactly in 1 minute what the story is with the lineup. But Mike, maybe to bring us into the lineups, and I will have to cut you off as soon as the lineups come out, because we pride ourselves on being first there. But we will let you get back to answering that question. But it's about Kane and Son. The duo, they could be beating the Frank Lampard and Didier Drogba record of 36, being the most clinical duo in the Premier League. in terms of working together. But look, before I get onto that, I will actually go with the lineups. So we do have the lineups here, and it is Hugo Lloris in goals. Emerson Royal retains his place at right wing back, with Romero, Dyer, and Davies again forming the back three, with Session back in at left wing back. And it was too soon for Reguilon. He did not train on Monday, so it was always going to be too soon for him. And the big call is what we want to know: who is in the middle. It is Harry. No, it's not. It's Højbjerg and Ben Tekers, baby. It is the Viking and Ben Tekers back in midfield, with Kulusevski, Son, and Kane forming the front three. On the bench, we do have Austin, Roden, Sanchez, Doherty, Reguilon, Winks, Lucas, and Bergwijn. Pretty strong bench actually there. No real youngsters on it, apart from the third, fourth choice keeper, Brandon Austin. But exact same starting lineup versus Man City, Mike. Are you happy?
Well, I can't be not happy about it. Obviously, he's decided he's treating the game like it should be. It's almost like a cup final. I think every game now is a cup final. If we want top four, we've got to go on an unbeaten run. You know, I don't know, out of 10, 7 games won, 3 drawn, something like that. You know, we have to do that because Arsenal are going to pick up points. Man United are going to pick up points, and Wolves and West Ham are dark horses. So you just don't know what's going to happen. So I like the lineup. It worries me about Leeds. It worries me about fitness a little bit. But if Conte backs it, the team on it, maybe they're hungry. Maybe.
Yeah, no, 100%. Let's get it done. But look, Mikey, before we let you go, I do want to ask you about Son and Kane, my man. You know, will they break that record tonight? Will they become the most clinical duo ever in the Premier League? And what is it that maybe in your eyes makes this this partnership so special?
Well, it's special to us because it's Spurs. So that's that answer in a nutshell for me. Obviously, I guess it's special because it's not, you know, iconically from the big 4 sides or something like that. I guess if you want to look at it that way. Will they break the record tonight? Maybe. That's the beautiful thing. They're definitely going to break it. If not today, it's coming, you know, within the next 5 games, I would imagine easy. So, you know, I think it will probably be today or against Leeds. And yeah, I'm going to, I watched your show before with Adam. I'm going to say what he said. We are absolutely blessed that Kane and Son are here with us, that they stayed with us through these dark times, and hopefully, you know, greener pastures are on the other side. So I'm really positive about the future. I have to be honest. We back Conte, and Conte we trust. Antonio, all the songs, all of that, you know what I mean? And, you know, just big up the Tottenham today. I believe we're going to win. Like I said, I'm going to go over it again. I'm going to speak with chess. 3-0. Come on, you Spurs, man.
I absolutely love that, my man. The positive energy, you know, it's exactly what we need going into these games. You know, let's put all that usual crap beside us. Let's be positive going into it. But, Mike, before we let you go, give me a big, loud come on, you Spurs. And I hope to see you on more of these pre-match pump-up as well, my man. You've been brilliant.
Listen, if time permits, I will be here to support the channel. I'll do what I can to always support it. Big up the back panel, big up the backroom staff, big up your show, big up Tottenham TV. And come on, guys, as always. Come on, you Spurs! What are you saying, bruv? Let's do it.
Come on, you Spurs. Let's get at it, my man. Mikey, I'll see you again soon. Absolute pleasure, my brother.
In a bit, lad.
Guys, there you have it, Mike. Absolute brilliant phone calling. Everybody's bringing the passion, the energy. He's getting everybody pumped up. And look, we have 2 more fans in the background as well. And believe me, it's only going to get more delirious from here. And the first one is Kyle there. I'm not sure if Kyle is there or frozen. But if Shawnee's not frozen, let's get him on. I think Kyle is frozen, so let's get Shawnee on. Sean from Spurs Talk Show. Absolute legend, my man. What day is it?
What's crack-a-lacking?
What day is it, Shawnee?
It's game time! Come on!
Come on. I love it. I love it. Sean, lineups, we just seen them. I'll run through them one more time for everybody. Hugo Lloris in goals. Session at left wing back. Emerson retains his place at right wing back. Back three of Dyer, Davies, and Romero. You move into midfield. You've got Ben Tekers, aka box to box Benny, aka you know the Uruguayan Dembele. Then you've got Pierre-Emile Brickhouse Viking, the destroyer, loves to tackle that guy in midfield beside him. And you've got the same three versus City. In fact, the same team versus City with Kane, Son, and Kulu, aka Decky, up front. Sean, are you absolutely delighted with that lineup? And does that just give you that even more of that winning feeling, that buzz coming into this game.
I don't need any more of a winning feeling than I wake up with on game day. Dave, you know me, bro. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going to smash them. We'll deal with the consequences after the game. But before the game, we are always fully pumped, fully primed for a 3-0. I think that the squad is, as expected. There was a lot of rumours, a lot of nasty rumours spreading that maybe Harry Winks was going to have his number 8 shirt back on the pitch. And none of us wanted to see that. And thank God, Conte, who we trust in, has decided to please us fans and given nothing like a starting place for that man today. So we've got the team as it was. What I'm more interested in seeing today is how, as an individual kind of player for player curiosity, I do want to see how effective Sessegnon can be starting with 90 minutes against a team that he's not going to be required as much to sit back and do the flat back five like he has been against Liverpool and against Man City. Obviously against Wolves he was taken off early, and it wasn't because of his performance, it was just for a tactical swap. So hopefully today there's not going to be any need for that. It'll be interesting to see how the guy does with a little bit more space, a little bit more time, and a little bit more of an offensive requirement and responsibility. Apart from that, mate, I'm really glad and happy that we got Kulusevski starting again. We were speaking about it earlier. Did we want to see Lucas Moura? I didn't. I love Lucas. Nothing against the man. But I think against the team that's probably going to sit back, they've only conceded 10 goals at home this season, which is the best in the bottom half of the table. So they're going to be difficult to break down. And I didn't want to see us struggle like we have done in the past against Watford and Southampton away, where we... they sat back and we couldn't break them down using the three of including Moura. So I'm happy to see Kulu in there. He offers a different option. I think it's going to be good. And I'm more
100%.
pleased now. So,
and I actually do want to ask you maybe a question on Son and Kulu. Just give me 1 second, Shawnee. But Moondog says, yay, no Winks. I'm going to keep it clean. So he says, thank God. But look, Moondog, look, do you know what? Every time I see Winks start, it kind of makes me depressed because I have to sit here and try and overlook it and what can he do and do well. But secretly inside, I'm absolutely dying. Like, it's just like, I know exactly what's coming. It is a killer, you have to put on a front, but you are dying inside. So thank God he's not starting Moondog. Absolute legend. Big up Moondog, my man. Absolutely love it. But Shawnee, what maybe separates Kulu and Lucas for that starting berth over on the right-hand side? Is it just purely end product? Because we've seen against City that Kulusevski can put in a shift. He will do the hard yards running. We know Lucas can do it. So is maybe the end product what kind of separates them?
I think it's not just the end product, right? 100% you could argue that Kulusevski, he could have had 2 assists in his first game against Brighton, right? He's cut, and none of them, Bergwijn blazed it over, so did Harry Kane. Against Man City, the difference was that the ball comes to him, he slows it down, but not enough to let the whole play break down, but just enough to let Harry Kane, against City at least, to make his way into the box for a late run, which got us the winner. I think it's more about, it's not just about his ability to have, a 2-foot passing acumen and a weight and a depth of touch that is far better than Lucas Moura. It's more than that. I also think it's something that you could argue that is the difference between Romero and Sanchez in the right centre-back spot, or Bentancur versus Winksy, right? It's that composure on the ball, that ability to receive the ball and to be looking up and to be thinking, where's the best place to be putting this ball for the move to continue? And if it means that you take a second touch, people like Bentancur, people like Romero, people like Kulusevski, they seem to, I said this before, they seem to like work, they play in slow motion. They have more time in their minds than the game suggests they do. And they're not in a rush. And other players like Lucas Moura, like Emerson Royale, like Sanchez, or like a Harry Winks, some of the time against tougher opposition, when they're pressed or when they don't necessarily have acres of space, they rush and they look for the easy pass rather than the right pass. And I think that Kulusevski, someone, as I say, like the other guys I've just mentioned, who seem to they have a speed of thought where they can buy time and continue the process or the progress of the play without slowing it down to the point where the play breaks down entirely. So I think it's more than just his ability to cross. I think it's his speed of thought that I think he's going to be a real asset against the Burnley team that are going to sit back. If you're going to need someone to find that pass to break down their stubborn back line, Kulusevski's going to have it more in his locker than Lucas Moura is.
Do you know what? I actually think you're spot on there when it comes to the speed of touch, Sean, because all great attacking players all say the ability that what makes you so lethal in the final third is that you think quicker than everybody else. But the game, like, even though you're thinking quick, you're almost seeing the game unfold in front of you in slow motion, you know, and that you can also do it at speed as well. So I think you're absolutely spot on there when it comes to the speed of talk. But Shawnee, one thing you said there was the first of all, Kulusevski, actually, his crosses, the one that he put in against City, we're going to need a lot more of that today, and hopefully that is exactly why he is in the team again today. But you touched on Harry Kane's late runs into the box. Should we be looking at doing more of that today against Burnley? Because we know that they're going to sit in expecting crosses, but when you have Harry Kane making late runs into the box for crosses, it causes absolute havoc. And as well, he can get a better judge on the flight of the ball. So if it's going back post, he can go. If it's going near post, he can go. Do we want to see more of them late runs from Harry Kane today?
Well, yeah, yes and no. I think that the late runs are going to be less available, right? Because you're going to just have, it's a different team. Against Manchester City, it required Harry Kane to come deep, to break the play up, to play almost like a false number, a false 8 almost, and then get the ball, win it, play the ball into the spaces, and then do what he did and come in late. Against Burnley, you know, I feel like Harry Kane, unless he's coming real deep and then like playing in a similar sort of role, and then, you know, and then making super late runs. But I'd imagine that he's going to be marked pretty tightly against the Burnley. So, you know, Sean Dyche is going to be, he's going to love this kind of game. He's going to be it's made for him to really frustrate the life out of Tottenham. I think that you're going to need, I don't know, it's going to be super interesting. I don't know how we're going to break them down. I think that you're probably going to need more late runs from people like Romero or like a Benson core. You're going to need some sort of, like, you're going to need like other players that you wouldn't normally rely on at all. If they're going to come, if the runs are going to come late, they're going to come from people that are not going to be already marked out of the game. So you might see something from Ben Davies. You might see something from Romero coming from deep late on, like later into the play. I don't know if Harry Kane's going to be able to have the space and the time to make the late runs, because I just think Burnley are going to sit back and absorb and frustrate the life out of us. I don't know though. Dave's a really good question. We'll see what happens. But I think you might find one of the goals today comes from someone that you wouldn't normally expect. So like, you know the boys that we're talking about.
I was just about to ask you that. Maybe go for Bentancur or Højbjerg today, Shawnee. You know, where they can actually, because they will get a lot in around the edge of the box. Maybe that they can fire off a few shots. Yeah. Could we see a goal from one of them today?
Yeah. I genuinely, I've been looking at the odds. I'm not going to be. I've come on here before and calling out, spending 5 minutes calling out specific bets and the prices that you can get. I'm not sure that's a good thing to be doing, is condoning gambling. So I won't be doing it, but just for what it's worth, I'm taking a look. I think that today you might find at least one of the goals that we're going to score is going to come from an unusual source, whether it's one of those centre backs or one of or somewhere a bit further, maybe a Sessegnon or an Emerson Royale. I just got a feeling that something's going to happen in a weird, creative way, because I think it's going to be very difficult to break Burnley down the traditional method. I think Kulusevski is going to be really important, but I do think you're going to find that the goal that's going to open them up and make them have to come out and chase the game a little bit. I think that may come from an unusual source.
No, I love that. And look, Shawnee, before I let you go, what's your thoughts on Sonny and Kane, my man? That record be broken today, and you know what maybe separates them from every other partnership that we've had in that Premier League at sea.
Yeah, it's telepathy, right? It's I think their relationship on and off the pitch is just sublime. You could see in the post-match game after Man City, they're mates first, right? They're teammates, but they're friends, right? They're laughing at each other, they're winding each other up. And it's just a special thing to behold, to witness two players that enjoy their game together. And when things are going well, which usually those two that are responsible for it from a Tottenham perspective, of course they're going to break the record. You know, and people always reflect on Drogba and Lampard, but I don't think that Harry Kane and Sonny have got as much respect in real time as Drogba and Lampard did as a partnership from from the neutral. But listen, these two are going to smash, whether it's today or on against Leeds on the weekend. They're going to smash the record, and they're going to go on to set it, especially if Harry Kane signs a new contract. They're going to go on and double that. It's going to be 75, 80 by the time they finish playing together. They're going to set a record so high, it's never going to be caught by anybody, at least in my lifetime. So, it's special. It's it's like I say, it's telepathic. They know what each other are thinking before the person's even thought it. It's a wonderful thing to see, and I love them both.
Oh, jeez. Oh, absolutely unbelievable. I love them words. Honestly, Sean, I feel like just running straight through the door, even without opening. You just see my body print straight through the door. Honestly, I'm so I love Sonny and Kane. I really do, you know. And when people talk about it, it almost gives me a stiffy. So we probably do need to calm down on that for just a minute or two. But look, Shawnee, you know, before I let you go, where can people find you, brother?
Yeah, you guys can find me at Spurs Talk Show. It's a fairly new channel. We've just got past the 500 mark. We've only been going like 3 months, so it's been a quick little progression for us. And Spurs Talk Show is mainly where you can find us, but you can also find me over on the Irish Hotspur, where I spend a lot of my time as well with you, Dave. But yeah, I appreciate you having me on. And come on, you Spurs.
You know, we're the Son and Kane of YouTube, lad. That's what we are. We're either Bentancur and Højbjerg or the Son and Kane. I don't know. I'm not sure which one yet. The people in the chat let us know. But everybody do check out the Spurs Talk Show. That's all one word on YouTube. Absolute brilliant appearance, as always, from Sean. He's always on point. But my man, before we let you go, maybe a score prediction, and I come on you Spurs, and I'm well aware it's not going to be as loud as it usually is, but at least give me a call.
Yeah, I've got this new mic. It's causing me all sorts of strife. It's going to be a tough game. I think 2-0 is the right price or the right score today. I think, like I said, the first goal is going to come from an unusual source, and then when Burnley have to come out in the second half, then we're going to break, and you'll see Sonny or Kane get the winner to break the record and get the 3 points. And of course, as always, come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs! Absolutely love it, guys. If we win, Sean will be on the post-match fan show with them, guitars out, singing songs. You know, him, Adam, William, Kale, and myself will all be on there doing a bit of a duet. It'd be absolutely brilliant. No, but Shawnee, honestly, I'll see you very shortly. Thank you so much for your time. You always get me pumped up coming on here. Honestly, you should come with a warning. But look, we're going to keep moving on. Who have we got next? We have got Kyle Patrick Vineyard. Let's get him on. He's been sitting patiently. Kyle, first of all, just quickly, I want to do something. Any chance you can turn that phone? Turn it around.
Around.
Oh, you're on mute, my man. Look, don't worry about it. But Kyle, have you been listening to Who Let the Dogs Out again?
Yeah.
Who let them out?
Conte did.
That he definitely did, my man. But Kyle, same starting lineup that we seen up at the Empty Had, aka the library. Are you delighted with that again today, heading up to Turf Moor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely delighted. That's what I'm talking about. But look, I'd say you're probably here to talk about Son and Kane. You know, the telepathic duo, as Sean calls them. Take it away, my man. What makes them so lethal?
Lethal. I think they're the best. Like, they're gonna break that record tonight. Then no one's gonna catch it when they finish playing. Like, maybe they're gonna get 175 or 200 or 900, whatever. Then no one's gonna catch it. No one's gonna break it. Like, it will never be caught. No one's going to be able to break it. Whatever team gets 2 new players and they have a new partnership, like, no one's going to break it. I'm sorry, whoever gets new players, whatever team gets new players going to have a partnership, no one's going to break it because Kane and Son broke it. So if you're going to get new players, anyone like Arsenal, Liverpool, sorry, but your team's not going to break that record held by Ronaldo and Harry Edward Kane, MBE.
Come on. Yeah. I absolutely love that. I love that. They've been absolutely unbelievable for Tottenham. And the fact that the both have stuck around through some of the darker times, you know, is unbelievable as well. But Kyle, Big H was also, during the week on BT Sport, What I Wore, he was also talking about breaking Alan Shearer's record, the Premier League goal scoring record. How much is he behind? Let me add it up there now. I'll find out for you now. I can't remember, but I think he's like 78 or something like that behind. He's not, or is it 90? He's not too far behind.
Yeah.
88 or 87 or something like that behind Alan Shearer. Do you think Sir Edward Harold Kane will break that Premier League record?
Hell yeah, he's gonna break it. He's gonna break that record held by Alan Shearer, the great, probably he's gonna break it because he's got his eyes set on it. Like
He's
he's gonna
87,
break it.
87 behind is what he is.
87, yeah. So he's gonna break it, and then once he's broken it, then I think he'll score at least 269 or 365. Then no one's gonna break that record held by him because, yeah, Alan Shearer will probably be okay. Kane broke my record. I don't mind because he's probably gonna break it anyway. So, like, yeah, he's gonna break it anyway. So, yeah, and
I hope so.
let's hope he does. Then no one's gonna break it held by Harry Edward Kane, the MBE. Yeah,
I love
the
that. I love that.
legend. Yeah. So
But
he's gonna break it like in next 10 or 5 years, whatever. Then yeah, let's hope he
less than
does.
that, he'll break it in 3 years, Kyle. He'll be breaking by the
Yeah,
time he's
3 years.
33 for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, my man. But
And
look, one thing, other things I do want to touch on with you, Kyle, is it is the exact same starting lineup that we've seen against City. Should we be worried maybe about a bit of complacency, a bit of tiredness maybe from that City game? Because physically and mentally, it would have took a hell of a lot out of them players. Or can we reach the same levels we did against Man City?
yeah, I think we can reach the same levels we did at the empty hat on Saturday against Monopoly Chester City FC. That's what people call them. We can, yeah, I think we can.
You
Like,
crack me up, my man.
yeah, tonight we travel to Turf Moor where we did actually win in October in the Carabao Cup. 1-0, Lucas Moura. Like, we won there last season 1-0 when Lamela took the corner, then Harry headed it to Son and Son headed it in. So, yeah, why not? Another win, that's going to be 3 wins on the bounce. Then, then why not? Like, yeah, let's win it Turf Moor. I'm going 7-0.
You're going big tonight, my man. I love that. Honestly, I'd say your household was crazy after we bet City. I'd say you were getting yourself in all sorts of trouble, But 7-0. Why 7-0? Why are you so confident tonight, Kyle?
Because I think we can win 7-0 like we've done in the FA Cup when we had I don't know, was it Tranmere we beat a couple of years ago, and yeah, we won 7-0. Like, I think that's our biggest win. Like I'm confident we can win 7-0. Kane hat-trick, Sonny 4. Like, yeah, Kane 4 assists, and Son 4 goals and a hat-trick from Harry Clase and Sonaldo. Like, 7-0, then that will be brilliant tonight. 7-0. And yeah, I know Burnley have got that Dutch sausage, Raghorst from the Bundesliga. The Dutch sausage, first goal.
6'5", lad. There's plenty to go around. Once we beat them, we can cook them up and have some sausage sandwiches, my lad, for sure. But Kyle, give me a big come on, you Spurs, and maybe sing "Who Let the Hounds Out."
Yeah, okay. Who let the hounds out? Conte did. Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you.
You heard it here first. Big up Ben and Sim and Brian Daigle from WeAreTottenhamTV. Big up you three. I'll see you on the post-match fan show after the game. Come on, you Spurs!
Come on, you Spurs!
Yeah, yeah. Just before I go, I've got a new Xbox, Dave.
Yeah. No, that's the job. Well, look, write to me on Twitter, my man, and we'll get it sorted out. We'll get a game played this weekend. All right.
All right. I'll see you tonight after the game.
I'll see you tonight.
Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Big
on.
up. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But look, let's bring on the last guest. Kyle is going to absolutely... I fear for that Xbox, to be honest with you, because if we keep winning, Kyle is going to have to recreate all them games on FIFA, so it'll probably end up overheating. So I do feel for it. But let's bring on the last guest of the show, and it is no better man. He's actually super positive, so it's a perfect way to end because he is going to get everybody pumped up. And it's my Irish brother, Adam William Cal. How are you keeping, my man?
To be able to chat with you on your show before this and get the excitement up, and I'm just as excited now, and especially after seeing that lineup, man. I mean, let's be honest, if those are the exact same players that took down Man City, who are supposed to be one of the greatest teams going. So I mean, if we can take it to Man City, we can take it to Burnley. And people are concerned, of course, as to whether or not you've rested players for Leeds. I think, we've got to trust in Conte. I've been saying this from the get-go. In Conte, we trust. If he thinks that the players can play as many games as he needs them to, then we have to believe in him. We absolutely have to believe in him. And the fact is, we have Leeds next, and then we have the FA Cup game against Middlesbrough. And he probably is thinking to himself, you know what, I'll rest some players for Middlesbrough. I could always put some guy. I could put Kulusevski on the bench. I could put Son on the bench. Bring Bergwijn and Moura on for the Middlesbrough game. And if I need to bring other players on, I can do it at a later stage in the game. As I said, on your show, you don't have to rest a player for 90 minutes. You can rest a player for 45 minutes, and that could be the ticket. And that could be what happens tonight as well. If the players end up getting an early goal, which another thing we talked about, please God, we'll try and break them down early. Burnley are very, of course, they ought to be proud of their defensive status. They don't concede very often. If we break them down early, we break their spirit. And if we can do that, then maybe we could potentially rest some players in the second half.
Spot on, and breaking their spirit is exactly what we need to do. Can we recreate the start we did have against City, where we did get settled on the ball? We played through the field, managed to go and get that goal, especially with the likes of Harry Kane being injured, the shift that Højbjerg and Bentancur put in, Kulusevski. There will be some tired legs out there, especially heading up to Turf Moor on a Wednesday night in the freezing cold. Is it a case that you do think we will look to go and attack this game in the first half and then get players off in the second?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely essential that we do that, because, as I said, it's important to break the spirit down, and it's important to see if we have that option to be able to rest some tired legs. Especially, we don't really know how bad that knock Kane took is. Maybe it was just one of those things that he went home and he rested it and he's fine. There were a couple of times that they fell down. A few players fell down during that game, and it was like, ugh, are we losing somebody here now? And thankfully that wasn't the case. So I think we do. We get in, we strike early, we strike hard, and we come away with the knowing that we were able to take down a side that is very, very defensively minded. I think we will be playing more. We played a 5-4-1 against Man City with the very same players. We might not play that exact same formation. We could play more attacking. I think we could have the wing backs playing further forward, and we could have Son and Kulusevski playing because they were playing as full backs. They were playing as wingers, as opposed to playing as in a three up front with Harry. So maybe we'll see them, all of those players on the wing push that a little bit further forward today. I think they will, considering that again we want to break them down. We want to tear down their defense, and coming off a win against Man City, I think they have the confidence to do it.
No, 100%. Look, with the same lineup against City, after beating them, I'm of the belief you can go and beat anybody. Of course, Burnley's a complete different game. You're not going to have much space to be able to get at them. Whereas against City, we had loads of space in behind, and they just still haven't learned their lesson there. How do you think we will break? We'll be breaking Brighton down today. What instructions do you think Conte may be issuing to the team? What weaknesses do you think he's seeing where we can get at Burnley? Maybe.
I think it has to be, our with the attacking prowess that we have now. We've seen from that last game that Kulusevski is an incredible crosser of the ball. We know that we know that Son and Kane have that telepathic relationship, and I think the fact that that sweet pass that Kane put through for Son, turning on his left foot, just knew exactly where Son was going to be. Got the ball between the defenders. This is the kind of thing that he's capable of doing, and there's no reason why we won't see that again. And I very strongly believe that we'll see another link in play between those two players. They've matched the record, and we know that they're going to break the record tonight. They're going to absolutely get out there and do. They're going to be so pumped up to actually do that. You know what I mean? They know that they're one more goal away from that. They're one more connection away from being the greatest strike partnership of all time. And I can see them doing that tonight. So I think the plan will be, working the way that they've done in training. Sonny's crosses into Kane, Kulusevski's crosses into Kane are I'd imagine, that are part of their plan. It's going to be effective, and I also think the fact that Kane is able to come that little bit deeper, and he's able to get those those sweet passes in between the lines to the players bombing on, and Sonny with those afterburners, man, like that guy is just he is simply, in my eyes, the greatest player that that I've ever supported, that I've ever followed. Sonny is the man. So yeah, we have to, let's be honest. It's people can give Spurs all the abuse they want, but we have some of the best striking players in the league. We really do, and I believe they'll shine tonight.
Yeah, and you know what, Adam, I fully agree with you there, and hopefully it's not other clubs singing Tottenham get battered everywhere they go, and it's Tottenham fans singing about other clubs getting battered, because that has really hurt me over the last while. So I was so delighted I could finally sing it against City, and I'm absolutely buzzing. But Adam, we are less than half an hour away from kickoff. I mean, tell every Spurs fans why they should be excited.
They should be excited because we're about to go on one of the best runs that we've ever seen Spurs go on. Let's be honest. We're coming off the back of a victory against Man City, and they at their place. This is the thing we have to remember. Like, we didn't do it at home. We did it at their place. We can go away and we can get these kind of victories. We can go away against the team that's probably going to win the Premier League and show them a thing or two. We can show them what they missed when they tried to come in for Harry Kane and didn't get him. We showed them what they're missing in terms of their quality. We're showing them the quality that we have. And we've shown ourselves the quality that we have. So the players coming off a bounce like that, coming off a game where we absolutely dominated, such a potent squad. We took them down. We can easily go go up against a team in a relegation zone and show them a thing or two as well. Yes, they'll be up for the fight. Yes, Sean Dyche is not going to take it lying down. He knows how to get into a relegation scrap. But I think his battles and his victories are going to be somewhere down the road, because today is day 2 of Tottenham Hotspur going on an absolute rampage.
I absolutely love that. I really do. And do you know what? Look, it's a run of good games for us too. I know we have some of the top teams thrown in there as well, but it just puts top 4 in our hands. You beat them, you go and claim that top 4. It is that simple. But Adam, I always love watching you when you're on. You're full of positivity, and I have to say, I really do like that. You never really get too carried away with what's going on. You're a very level-headed guy, and thank you for that, because the Spurs fan base does need somebody like that, and so it's been a pleasure listening to you. But look, before we go, what is your score prediction? And I want a big come on you Spurs, man.
I think we're going to break them down. I think we're going to get a 2-0. I think Carrie's going to get one. I think Son's going to get the other. And come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely love it. Well, Adam, you go and crack open a beer after a long day's hard work. Go and enjoy that game, my man. And hopefully we'll see you on the fan show after.
100%. God bless you, man.
Big up, Adam. Boys, absolute legend Adam is. He's still here. So, Adam, you may as well tell them where they can find you, maybe, while you're still here.
You can find me. Obviously, I'm on all of these different Spurs channels intermittently, because people are willing to have me come on and talk. But my own stuff at Wild Stag Media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, if you want to know what I'm doing in the film industry world.
There you have it. There's Adam William Carl. Anybody in the background? Yeah. So there we go. That's Adam William Carl, absolute legend. I love that kid. But we've got 2 guests left, and we will get them through them quickly, because I know the watch along is about to start in a couple of minutes. So let's first get on the Tottenham kid. No. Yep. Oh, it's HK. Harry Kane. You're not Harry Kane, my man. How you keeping?
Well, my name is Harris. Yeah, my name is Harris Khan.
Oh, it's close. It's close to Harry Kane. I love that, my man. Absolutely love it. You should be telling people your name is Harry Kane, lad. You know that. You really should be with initials like that. You're making me jealous. But, lad, what is your thoughts ahead of today's game?
Today's game, excited. I know Burnley Turf Moor is a really hard place to play on, because the only thing they do is like defend so deep and only like play like Wolves, no possession at all, just stay deep, and they don't allow any other team to come and get them. So I'm confident that our team will do well since we got a really good result against Manchester City.
Yeah.
So I'm really confident. Yep.
No, it was a really good result. It was the best we could have ever hoped for. Do you know what I loved about the City game? I was asking for maybe a shithouse win before that, but there's no better shithousing than scoring in the last in injury time for sure. Absolutely loved that. Are you delighted that we haven't changed the lineup? There was rumours that maybe there was going to be some rotation today. There is none. It's the exact same team versus City. Does that give you confidence that we can maybe beat Burnley up today?
Uh, yeah, we can beat them. It will be a tough, like maybe result like 1-0 will do it for us. But if you talk about lineup, the only thing I want is I do not want, since he did well. I'm talking about Ben Davies, who's a left back, plays uh, like I do not like Ben Davies. I think is Sessegnon playing today?
Session's playing left wing back. Ben Davies is playing left sided centre back.
Yeah, so what do you think? Like, shouldn't we get Tanganga instead of Ben Davies? Because I think Ben Davies has always been a really sloppy and a flop player, if I'm not wrong.
Do you know what? At left back, yes, 100%. I agree with you. For me, I wanted him gone. But like you can even see this season, we put him out at left back for one game, and he was back to the same old Ben Davies, miles off his men, being done for pace, completely off. It was against
Absolutely.
Chelsea. In the left of a back three, first of all, he's the only left-footed player we have, to be able to play there. So I think that's why he still plays. But I actually think he's actually been decent since he's moved in there. Look, going forward, in terms of us wanting to win leagues and win trophies, yes,
Yeah.
you have to upgrade. But
Yes.
over the course of this season, I actually think he's done a very he's filled the job nicely.
Yeah, over the course of season, yes, you are right, but he is like a Sanchez, a Harry Winks, Hugo Lloris, let's say. They all have a mistakes in them. Like they will perform for
Yeah,
like um, one game, and they won't perform for like 3 games, then one game. So
yeah,
inconsistency is there. I know everybody in a football team, everybody cannot be a world class player like Harry Kane,
yeah.
Heung-min Son type players, but like you need to be good. So yeah, let's stick with Davies, I guess. And but I still want to see Sergio Reguilon playing at the wing back, left wing back.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, no, look, I definitely think Sergio Regulon for 100% for me. I think going forward, yeah, he really does give us a lot of energy down that left-hand side. He creates a lot of overloads, a lot of overlapping runs, which then creates space for Kane and Son at times. Look, the reason why he hasn't been in around the team the last 2 games is purely because of he tested positive for COVID. So that's why he was missing against City, and that's why he is out. He didn't start today. He is on the bench today, but he didn't train Monday. So that's why he's not in contention to start today. 100%, I think Regulon spot on, my man. Absolutely spot on. But look,
Yeah,
HK, I do have to end this off because I know they want to go live with the watch along. But before we let you
for
go, my
sure.
man, what is your score prediction? And I want a big come on, you Spurs. And next time on the pre-match bump up, come on early. I'll get you on and we can have a good conversation, my man.
Yeah, for sure. That's for real. I will come on early, and the score prediction I'm going for is 2-1 for Spurs. Come on, you
Love it.
Spurs.
Love it. Louder than that. Give me a big come on, you Spurs. A bit louder. It's closer to kickoff.
Come on, you Spurs.
That's what I'm talking about. Big up, HK. Big up. And look, we'll see you on the
Yeah.
next one and we'll have a good conversation about it, my man. Big yourself up. So that's
Take care. Have a
HK.
nice.
Thank you, everybody. That's HK. Absolute pleasure speaking to him. Absolute brilliant. But look, I am going to end it off here now so that the boys can get on the watch along. It's been an absolute pleasure, and it's always a pleasure bringing you guys for that final hour before kickoff, bringing you all the way through it. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody for tuning in. Massive thank you for the backroom team that do help this show go on. A massive thank you for Ben and Sim for putting me in this position to be able to do it. Guys, if you have liked what I do have to offer here, just simply get over and check out the Irish Hotspur. I do offer a lot more. I'm not just only a pre-match pump-up guy. I do offer a lot more, so do get over and check it out. That is the Irish Hotspur. But look, guys, it's time for Tottenham to go and roll the dice, you know, and it's time to beat up that Ginger Homer Simpson. So let's get after them. I'm going with a 2-0 Tottenham win. I'm going with Harry Kane at 1. I'm going with Bentancur for 1. I have a sneaky feeling. So that's 2-0 Tottenham. And we're rocking up Turf Moor to roll the dice. Let's go over to Ben and Sim.